Hey guys, my name is Devontae and I sacrificed my time so you don't have to. So I'm recording this directly after the, AEW is legitimately in trouble this time video. I just did I guess, well, when you see this video, it's going to be hours after I actually, dropped that video. But in reality, I'm recording this directly after recording that video. That one's uploading right now on YouTube currently at the moment. But I want to talk about Tammy Sytch. Because currently right now as we speak, she's in court. It's right now 11:25 a.m. in the morning. She is currently right now in court and she's receiving her sentence. And I want this video back on my channel because that was actually one of my more favorite videos that I did on the channel last year, was going over the Tammy Sytch case, or Sunny. Let's just call her Sunny just for optic reasons, so you guys know who I'm referring to. I went over the entire case, and I feel like I should break it down for you guys one more time just so we can catch up. And in the very end, because the case is still ongoing, I don't know, or the sentencing is still ongoing. I don't know when it's gonna end, but when it ends, I'll do an update and then I'll talk about, okay, this is her sentencing, and I'll end the video like that. But here, hang on for a second. Let's see. I'll read you guys what's been going on so far in the court case. On top of that, we'll talk about because this is going to be the live updates as far as keeping up with what's been going on currently on the court case, sentencing, and we'll talk about overall, how this all began and how this all started. I wish I could refer you guys back to my old video. That thing had a lot of views on it too, had like 3,000 views, but it is what it is. That's okay. That was back in 2022 when I did that recording. That was like, what, April, I think, of 2022, whatever though. So here, I'll leave the link down in the description box below if you guys want to read along. Tammy Sytch is set to be sentenced for her role in killing a 75-year-old man during a drunk driving crash last year. Sytch, best known to wrestling fans as WWE Sunny, was charged with felony DUI in the March 2022 death of Julian L. Lassiter. She is facing 26 years in prison, which the prosecutor has recommended. Which, by the way, I just want to say, this isn't like a California situation, or a Chicago, or New York, or Oregon, or Seattle, or any of those soft on crime states. We're in Florida. We still do the death penalty. That's how hardcore we are, okay? I mean, that's the only two states that I can think of that are really pretty much, and I mean, obviously you have your selective areas, but places like Florida, really anywhere in the South, honestly. I mean, but in particular, I think, places like Florida and Texas, we're pretty goddamn strict, and we have to put our people in motherfucking prison. You want to play around, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. How we like to, how we like to approach our criminals. We actually care for our victims more than we do for our criminals. California, New York City, Chicago, Baltimore. But with that being said, let's continue on. According to Daytona Beach News Journal, her attorney is seeking a downward departure, which would mean the lowest sentence of 10.5 years in prison. Oh, that'd be such an injustice for the family. Don't do that. Sytch was traveling at a high rate of speed when she rear-ended Lassiter's car on U.S. Highway in Volusia County, Florida. Oh yeah, that's right. That was near Daytona. Yeah, I worked down there. Whatever. The Ormond Beach Police Department found an unsealed vodka bottle in Sytch's car at the time of the crash. Her blood alcohol level was later found to be 3 to 4 times the legal limit. So I'm assuming her blood alcohol level was around 0.26, maybe 0.25, around there. Idiot. Sytch originally pled not guilty but changed her plea to no contest just days before her trial was set to begin in August. In addition to the felony DUI charge, Sytch also pleaded no contest to one felony charge of driving with a suspended license causing death, 4 misdemeanor counts of DUI with damage to a person, and 2 misdemeanor charges of DUI with damage to property. It probably would have, I mean, I'm not a lawyer or anything like that, obviously, but I don't know, for me, because I gotta believe, the justification going into her sentencing, which always happens to be the case, is how they plead. You know what I mean? Like, for an example, if you plead not guilty in a case where a death penalty is levied against you, 9 times out of 10, if you're proven to be at fault and you get a guilty verdict, 9 times out of 10, whatever the prosecutor was going for, in this case a death penalty, you're probably going to end up getting. For me, if I'm in a situation dead to rights, I mean, maybe I'll plead not guilty on the coming out of the gate, But when it's completely overwhelmed, like when the evidence is completely overwhelming, I wouldn't plead no contest. I plead guilty just for the sake of at least showing that I have some kind of remorse, so it can kind of, you know, make my sentencing a little bit more easier. Because you go in there and you start pleading not guilty and no contest is something that's incredibly fucking obvious. And again, it's always, people know you're going to plead not guilty in the beginning. That's just part of the course, you know, that's a strategy at the end of the day. But when it becomes overwhelming and your sentencing is getting much closer, I don't know, I would think that a lawyer would probably tell her, hey, maybe it's best if we go out of our way to, you know, plead. I mean, I don't know, that's just me. I'd probably say plead guilty just so you can make it a lot easier. You're still going to go to prison for a long time, but at the very least it wouldn't be too dramatic, right? And that's pretty much the end of the article in itself. I'm actually happy that I read that too, because I don't remember the original story talking about the vodka and the passenger seat. So that's something new. But her sentencing right now, let me see if it showed anything else new in regards to her sentencing or the update in regards to it. Nah, still saying 9 o'clock in the morning. Let me see. This is this is in Orlando right here. Let me see. Okay, well, a judge revoked her bond, but this was in 2022 though. He said it revoked her bond after prosecutors filed a motion citing previous DUI convictions from states outside of Florida and says she's a threat to the community. By the way, people are gonna, because I know people are gonna probably be like, you know, Devontae, you're talking about Florida, you know, prosecutes their criminals and everything. Well, how about DUI Sonny, who gets 3 million DUIs? Well, no, the majority of those do not come out of Florida. From my understanding, I think Sonny was born in New Jersey, right? So, you know, there you go. But whatever. I mean, who knows? Maybe she could have got a lot of charges in Florida, and I'm just, you know, prideful in my state, if you will. But to be fair, also, you know, like, we do have liberal cities within Florida also. You know, you go from Orlando all the way down there to Florida City, you know, it's pretty much all libtards for the most part. I mean, outside of Orlando and outside of Florida City, pretty much the Keys, that's when you start getting to the redder parts of Florida. But like in that middle section from, like, you know, Homestead, Miami, you know, Kendall, Orlando, Fort Lauderdale, Broward County, West Palm Beach, all those areas are really, really blue. But it is what it is. It says also Lassiter's family sued Sytch for at least $30,000 to cover medical and funeral expenses, as well as an emotional loss. That seems pretty reasonable, given who Sonny is. I mean, if she made enough money on her OnlyFans, she can at least give that money to, you know, the people, the person or the family that she murdered, because she had to get behind the wheel. I wonder where she was going. Did they ever discuss where Sonny was going? What was so urgent that you had to get behind the wheel and, you know, drink that bottle of vodka that you had and take the life of an elderly man? I mean, he was just minding his own business. He was probably going home to get ready to watch some Matlock, and there you come, chain reaction, killing the guy. Dumb slut. But yeah, nothing going on so far, so I'm gonna leave it right here for now, and we're gonna come back later on, and when her sentencing actually is accomplished, we'll talk more about that. But fingers crossed that she gets the maximum, because this has been going on way too long. Sonny's been getting in trouble like this for, goddamn, has it been, I don't want to say 25 years, but for sure, at least like consistently ongoing, for sure. Yeah, probably 20, if not 20, like 20 to 25 years, consistently ongoing. And coming up next is going to be you, Jeff Hardy. Don't think I got my eyes on you too, bro. You're a fuck up also. I got my eyes on you also. At least the Usos, they actually came to their senses. I hope. But we'll be right back, and we'll talk about our sentencing afterwards. All right, I'm at work right now currently. Now it's 3:07 in the afternoon. Well, we got the verdict. Well, I mean, we already had the verdict. She was already guilty, but we got the sentencing. I think she had 10 years for the DUI charge, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know the actual charge. I can't remember the actual charge that she got 10 years for, but she got 7 years for the manslaughter charge, and she has, 8 years of probation directly afterwards, and she got her driver license permanently revoked. Like, she could no longer get her driver license, period, anymore for the rest of her life. And and she has time served, like 500 plus days. So in reality, it's not really 17 years. It's more like, I guess, 15 and a half years technically. So, I mean, not quite the 25 years. I think that it was supposed to be 26 years. That was supposed to be the maximum sentence for Sonny, but she didn't get that. She got nearly half the time, which kind of sucks to a certain degree. I mean, but it is what it is. I mean, if you were to, let me paint this out for you guys. So she essentially has about 15 and a half years, if we're going to take the time served in the context, right? because she's running them. She's running them consecutively. It's not concurrently. So, you know, she's gonna do the 10.5 years first, and then she's gonna end up doing like the 7 years afterwards for the manslaughter charge. And that'd be the equivalent of, if you want to put it into context, we can pretend as if like if Sunny was getting out today, she would have been in prison since 2008. And I don't remember hearing anything about parole. I mean, I'm pretty sure that has to be the case. Maybe she can get parole. I'm not sure. I don't remember hearing anything about parole. Not to say that isn't the case, but you know, there is still opportunity that she could probably get out on good behavior if that is an option. But overall, justice is served, I will say, because in the end of the day, when she gets out, she's going to be like in her mid 60s. You know what I mean? Like she'll be like 67, 68 years old. So to a certain degree, justice has been served. I mean, it would have been nice if she served the maximum, because during the court case, I think it was the brother who made note of the fact that his brother passed away. His brother passed away at 75 years old, and had Sunny gotten the maximum sentence, she'd be getting out at 75 years old. Because remember, she went into jail at 50 years old, I think she was 50 when she went into jail. Yeah, I believe so, because Sunny has me by 20 years, so yeah, 50, because she was born like right before my mom was born, or right after my mom was born. But yeah, Sunny is now going to prison for 15 years, and it couldn't happen to a better person, if I can say. Now, I wish she would have got the maximum sentence, because in the end of the day, she did kill somebody, and she did have a shit ton of charges. I literally, I think it was I think it was the DA who was reading off her charges, and I literally lost count after like the 13th one. I just stopped counting. I was gonna type it out and then read it to you guys, but you can look it up, man. I literally lost count as far as how many charges she has. And you know, you had the brother, he was up there, he was crying. The daughter went up there, she was crying. They were pleading for the judge to give, you know, Tammy, Sunny the maximum sentence, but the judge was somewhat lenient to a certain degree. I mean, considering she didn't get the max. And you know, Sunny went out there, and I think that was the worst part, because it's like, to non-wrestling fans, you know, if you're watching this trial, you have no clue how fucking evil Sunny is. I don't think they really put into context. I think it probably would have helped sway a little bit the judge had they put into context, because she was really going out there and she was like, oh, you know, I did the, you know, the Make-A-Wish Foundation stuff, you know, she was, and she had the fucking audacity, bro, to go up there and she started to talk about Chris Candido like she started to talk about Chris Candido like he was the love of her life, how she misses him, how when he died her whole world fell apart. And it's like, dude, I really wish people were more aware, like, you know, non-wrestling fans were more aware of Sunny's history and how fucking disgusting she was to Chris. I mean, honestly, without even knowing the word, I guess Chris for me would be my first introduction to what cuckoldry was. I mean, he was a cuck. Essentially, Sunny treated him like absolute fucking garbage. I even heard that, you know, man, I don't want to say that. I was going to say I heard that she got him into drugs, but I'm not even sure if Chris actually did. I don't want to say that. That could have been a rumor, honestly. But she was a horrible, horrible, horrible influence on him. And even up to the point of when he died from the blood clot back in TNA in like 2005, you know, like she was still openly cheating on him, man. She's a horrible, gross human being. And the fact that she tried to use Chris as a way to gain sympathy, she's such a cold-hearted bitch. And she's going on and crying, oh, if you give me another chance, I could probably do better, and if you let me do, shut up, bitch. You had chance after chance after chance after chance after chance after chance after chance while you were actually doing the DUI stuff. You got your license revoked and you still drove multiple times. You had a bottle. You were drunk driving with a revoked license. You piece of fucking human shit. You're garbage, Sunny. You're garbage. And I kind of felt like her sitting there with those bullshit crocodile tears, crying. I thought that was a slap in the face to that guy who passed away, his family. That's a fucking slap in the face to his family, because he didn't do anything wrong. He was driving. He was just doing his own thing. He was driving legally. And then you come and you rear-end him, and not only did you fuck him, you killed him and you fucked somebody else up in the front. It was a chain reaction. You're garbage. Sitting there talking about, if you give me another chance to go out into society, maybe I can make the world a better place. Sonny, if you don't sit your stink pussy ass down, bitch, shut the fuck up. Maybe she forgot. Do you guys remember? Maybe you forgot. I remember. One of the very last things she was doing before she went back to prison with her stupid ass was bragging about how she's now out and how you should buy her stupid ass OnlyFans page. You guys remember that? You guys remember her? No, I joke with racism and stuff like that. She was openly being racist on Twitter. Remember that? Remember? Pepperidge Farm remembers. She can get the fuck out of here with this nonsense, man. Fuck Sonny. Fuck Tammy Sytch, okay? Fuck everything that Tammy Sytch represents. She's a scum of the earth, and honestly, I wish she would have got the maximum. This was so avoidable, but instead she put herself into a position to really, she has no one to blame but herself. And honestly, I hope she sees that guy's face while she's sitting in prison, drowning in her sweat. She says she was thinking about it every day. I doubt it. I fucking highly doubt it. But guess what? Now you're gonna have to be forced to for 15 more years, you fucking cunt. So, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Do you feel that Tammy got off easy? Because I think she got off relatively easy. 15 years, I don't think that's enough, to be perfectly honest with you. But hey, at least she went to prison. I'll say that much. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Let me get back to work. As always, my name is Devontae, and I'll catch you gents later. Deuces, PIs, fuck you, Sonny.